Welcome to City's Untold Secrets. My name is Tariq, and think of me as your friend, the one who walks with you through the shadows, uncovering stories most people never dare to tell. The city of New York City. It's loud, alive, always moving. Millions of people living side by side. Strangers, until one day, they're not. Inside a quiet apartment in Brooklyn, life seemed ordinary. Shared space, shared routines, shared silence. Three people living under the same roof, trusting each other, or at least believing they did. No one outside that apartment knew what was building inside. No headlines, no warnings, just tension slowly growing. It didn't happen in the streets, no dark alley, no chase. This happened at home, a place that's supposed to be safe. That night, everything changed. There was no announcement, no sign that something was about to break, just a normal evening turning into something else. Then, violence, sudden, close, unavoidable. A weapon no one expects, something ordinary, turned into something deadly. Scissors. Not a gun, not a knife, something simple, something everyday. And that's what makes it worse. Because danger didn't come from outside, it was already inside. The attack was fast, brutal, personal. One life taken, another left fighting to survive. Inside those walls, there were no strangers, only people who knew each other, shared space, shared moments, and still, it ended like this. When police arrived, it was already too late. The scene told a story, but not the full one, because the real question wasn't just what happened, it was why. How does something like this begin? Was it anger? Was it pressure? Was it something deeper, hidden for too long? Neighbors would later say they didn't notice anything unusual, no screaming, no signs of trouble, just another quiet apartment in a city full of them. And that's what makes it terrifying, because it means this kind of violence doesn't always announce itself. Sometimes it waits, behind closed doors, until one moment changes everything. The woman at the center of it all, Oumou Bah, a name no one knew before, a life that seemed normal until it wasn't. Police described it as a sudden act, a dispute that turned deadly. But for the victims, there was no time to understand, no time to react, just fear and pain. In a city like New York City, people worry about crime in the streets, dark corners, late nights. But this case, it changes that idea, because it didn't happen outside, it happened at home. And that's a different kind of fear. The kind that stays with you. Because how do you protect yourself from someone you live with? How do you see danger when it looks familiar? When it speaks like you, lives like you, sits across from you every day? You don't. And that's what makes this story so unsettling. It's not about a monster in the shadows. It's about the possibility that the danger is already there, silent, waiting. And when it finally appears, there's no escape. Just a moment that changes everything forever. The city moves on. It always does. People walk the same streets, live in the same buildings, but somewhere in the back of their minds, a question remains.
what if it happens again? Because in a place as big as New York City, stories like this don't just disappear, they echo. In quiet apartments, in closed doors, in the spaces we think are safe. And maybe that's the most terrifying part of all. Not the crime itself, but where it happened, at home.